This is Red Carpet Fly's News on the Fly, bringing you daily, unique, and interesting entertainment, celebrity, and luxury news for January 26th. Before we get started, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Red Carpet Fly and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single News on the Fly episode. Okay, let's get into these headlines. A 556-carat black diamond called the Enigma could fetch up to $6.8 million at auction. The largest faceted diamond to ever appear at auction will go under the gavel at Sotheby's next month. Christened the Enigma, the distinctive black diamond weighs just shy of 556 carats and reportedly hails all the way from, get this, outer space. According to an article by The Robb Report, never before publicly exhibited or offered on the open market, the rarity will be auctioned without reserve and a dedicated sale that will run February 3rd through the 9th. Sotheby's expects the singular stone to fetch between $4.1 million and $6.8 million. As the moniker suggests, the Enigma and its origins are shrouded in mystery, though the auction house believes it may have been created when an asteroid collided with Earth or during some other meteoric impact. A true natural phenomenon, it was recognized as the world's largest fancy black natural colored diamond by the House of Guebelin in Switzerland and the Gemological Institute of America in 2004. It was also listed in the 2006 Guinness World Records. Of course, this black beauty is about more than just size. The diamond, which contains exactly 55 facets to match its 555.55 carats, sports a unique palm-shaped silhouette inspired by the Hamsa. This Middle Eastern symbol is imbued with meaning. It represents protection, power, and strength. It's also synonymous with the number 5. The Enigma's brilliance and high polish, meanwhile, comes courtesy of some highly skilled diamond cutting. Sotheby's has also decided to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment for the Enigma. It comes shortly after another sought-after 101.38 carat stone, the key 10138 diamond, was purchased with crypto last July for a record $12.3 million. So guys, get your digital wallets ready. I want one! This diamond is so dope. Not only is it huge, but it's from outer space too. My inner comic book nerd is saying that it has to have some type of magical or outer-worldly type powers. But seriously, this is a really mesmerizing and interesting stone. I love diamonds. So, it doesn't take much for me to be attracted to them like a moth to a flame. However, I will never own diamonds. Or at least mine diamonds. Who remembers seeing that movie Blood Diamond with Leonardo DiCaprio and Desmond Honshu? Well, that movie had a huge effect on me. I think it's just awful and it's sad that human beings are killed or mutilated over hunks of rocks that come from the earth. So after seeing that movie, I swore I would never wear mine diamonds. It's just not worth it for me. Knowing that someone was killed or hurt in order for me to have some fabulous piece of rock, I just can't. I know there are a lot of other things in life that we use that are in the similar situation, like the metal that is mined in Africa for cell phones. I don't know what it's called, but this is the hill that I've chosen to die on. I can only pick a few causes, and it's no blood diamonds for me. I know there are different programs that jewelers use to ensure that their diamonds are conflict-free and ethically sourced. Like Tiffany uses the Kimberly process that tracks the stone from the time it's mined all the way to the store, but still, I just don't wear mined diamonds. But this Enigma stone, this doesn't fall into that category. So this is my type of diamond. And I like that you can buy this with cryptocurrency. How progressive of Sotheby's. Make it happen. Producers say Idris Elba is part of the conversation to play James Bond in the next film. Okay, it seems like it's been years now that people have expressed interest in wanting Idris Elba to play the iconic 007 role. Well, it looks like everyone's wish could be coming true as 007 producers say that there's a possibility that Idris Elba could play the next James Bond, but they don't want to discuss it so soon after the release of No Time to Die. According to Gossip, contrary to what it might feel like for fans, people behind the James Bond films know just how badly people want Idris Elba to play the character. Two producers who are key to the franchise, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, open up about Daniel Craig's final installment as the famous name, giving fans some insight to who could potentially succeed him in future installments. Of course, Idris Elba is the first name that came up. During an appearance on this week's Crew Call podcast, Broccoli and Wilson were asked if they had any discussions with the Suicide Squad actor about taking on the mantle, a move which has been asked for by fans for years now. That's when Barbara says she actually knows Idris Elba personally, going on to say that he has certainly been a part of the conversation as someone who could possibly carry on the legacy. Unfortunately, there's no finality in this conversation. Broccoli insists that they aren't seriously considering any names to take over for Daniel Craig just yet, as they want to give his last film, No Time to Die, its flowers while it's still in theaters. This is crazy. I think Idris Elba would make a wonderful James Bond. He's already British, but as an actor, he brings depth to his characters, which would be no exception if he played the famous 007 spy. If Elba plays Bond, I think I might lose it because I know there are a lot of people or fans who are loyalists to the franchise and want to keep this role solely for a white actor because that's how the original character was written. But the beauty of fictional work is that it can go in many directions. Also, in order for a franchise to not feel dated and to grow, the franchise has to adapt to changing times. I feel like if this is handled with care, preserving and respecting the legacy of James Bond and not making it feel like Idris is replacing James Bond, this could work. What do you guys think? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. The robe Muhammad Ali wore before his second Sonny Liston fight could sell for $500,000. According to the Robb Report, the robe Muhammad Ali wore before his most important fights of his career could soon be yours. The garment the greatest wore to the final weigh-in and while walking out for his 1965 fight with Sonny Liston is currently up for sale on Goodwin Auctions. The robe isn't just noteworthy because it was worn before the boxer's second weigh-in title, but also because it's the first that bore the name he'd go by for the final 52 years of his life, Muhammad Ali. Ali wore the robe, which is made of white terry cloth and has Muhammad Ali stitched in red on the back, before his eagerly anticipated rematch with Liston on May 25, 1965 at Central Maine Youth Center in Lewiston, Maine. The previous year, Ali had upset Liston in Miami as a 7-1 underdog to become WBC heavyweight champion for the first time. In the first fight, Liston had been forced to retire in the 6th round due to an inflamed shoulder. But in the second, Ali knocked him out in the first round. The image of Ali standing over Liston as he lays on the mat is one of the most iconic pictures in American sports history. The fight was also the first Ali fought under the name. When the two legends boxed for the first time, he was still known as Cassius Clay. A month after beating Liston the first time, the boxer announced that he was renouncing his slave name and that he would now be known and fight as Muhammad Ali. We cannot stress the historical significance of this robe, not just for its link to one of the greatest fights in boxing history, but also for its cultural impact Ali's religious beliefs made when he donned this robe and told the world that he was now Muhammad Ali. Golden rights in the official auction listing. You have now until Saturday, February 5th to bid on Ali's robe. Bidding is currently up to $150,000, which is actually $180,000 when you include the buyer's premium. But it's expected to rise as much as $500,000, according to TMZ Sports. Considering its owner and historical importance, it wouldn't be a complete shock if it surpassed even that figure. I think you've heard me say this before, but I'm not really into sports, but I would throw my hat in the ring to purchase this sports memorabilia if I could. Muhammad Ali is iconic and definitely inspiring. I would frame the robe, if it doesn't already come framed, and I would hang it in my home gym or office, someplace where I could pull inspiration from it. I remember Ali's funeral when people were running beside the hearse as it made its way to its final resting place. Nothing about Muhammad Ali was small. So yeah, I definitely would bid on this if I could. I don't think they want my money. Well, that's it for Red Carpet Fly's News on the Fly for January 26th. Please like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Red Carpet Fly, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Red Carpet Fly. And until tomorrow, always stay fly.